What's quacking, everybody? I really like Kullervo. Kullervo is one of, if not my favorite frame in Warframe. So great, I play him a lot. However, there's other frames that, definitely benefit from his Helmuth ability, other melee frames, and I'm like, man, I want Kullervo in all of my frames. So that's what I did. And the first frame I started off with was Volt. I ended up getting a Volt Prime later on in my Warframe journey. And I'm like, I want Volt to be more like Kullervo. Because, when I look at Kullervo, I go, that's a sexy guy. That's a real sexy guy. And then I look at Volt and I go, you could be a little bit more sexy, if you had a little bit of that Kullervo magic. So I went ahead and I made a Walmart Kullervo build with my Volt. And I'm going to share that with y'all here today. So, starting off with our wonderful Volt build, over on abilities, you're going to replace Volt's 4 with Kullervo's amazing 1 ability to give Volt all them red crits. Because Volt's 4th ability is useless. We don't want that, so chuck it off with Kullervo's Helmuth ability. For the Aura, I got Steel Charge. For the Exalted, I got Power Drift because I like stacking a lot of ability strength. You got that ability strength over here. Prime Flow for more energy, Augur Secrets for more ability strength, Narrow Minded for ability duration, Overextend for ability range, Blind Range for more strength, Prime Continuity for ability duration, Transient Fortitude for more ability strength, and Shock Trooper Augment because this is how you give all of your weapons that good little zap to tase the enemies, and it's very much needed. So for the Arcanes, I got Arcane Fury and Molt Augment here. So this is all the nice bread and butter. You can obviously mod it for whatever you want, but I went for these stats right here, just kind of slapping on the duration and strength. The reason why I want so much duration, for obvious reasons, duration's good, but you get to keep your speed up. You get to go fast for a long time, and I have it at 25 seconds. I used to have it for higher, but then I optimized the build, so now it's at 25 seconds. And then Kullervo's ability, it lasts for 20 seconds, so you get to sit there with your juicy red crits, your really fast attack speed, and when you hold down your 1 ability, you give yourself the Shock Trooper Augment, which gives your electric damage to all your weapons for 40 seconds. So you combo these abilities together, and you could use Volt's 3, I guess, for a nice hefty shield, but you combo these 3 abilities together, and you're basically a walking blender. Now, as you see over to the side here, I have 2 red crystals and 3 yellow crystals. Now, I'm poor and broke, as you can see by the top right-hand side of my screen, but I would definitely recommend some purple crystals for that extra juicy crit damage on your thing because you're above 500 energy, so would definitely recommend the purple crystals as it would do you some favors. You could also throw in some other crystals, whatever you want to pizzazz the build up with, but for the base build, I would definitely recommend you could still keep some red crystals for ability strength, or you can maybe do some ability duration, but you want to throw in the purple crystals for the melee crit damage when max energy is over 500. Now for the weapons, you can choose any blade of choice you want. This is a melee focused build because we only love Kullervo. You can use an Epitaph Prime for your primer. You could use Dual Toxtrista, whatever you want to use for your primer. You can use your primary as a primer as well. These 2 basically primer weapons. It doesn't matter what you throw here. These are just the ones that I have on here. But for your main blade of choice, you can choose any blade you want to put into your blender. I chose Ganado Prime because I got this nice Riven mod that gives me a very high crit chance and toxin damage. So I just slapped that on here. But basically, you might notice, oh my god, where's the shocking touch? You don't need it because with Volt's 1, that applies the electricity to your melee weapon, so you don't even need shocking touch. You get to optimize yourself. That's the key thing. So you put on Galvanized Elementalist for status damage. You got Organ Shatter Shatter for critical damage. If you got a sexy Riven mod, put that on, because I got some good crit chance here. You put Weeping Wounds for status chance, Magnetic Rush to deal with the shields, Spoiled Strikes for melee damage. This, I don't even care. I don't even got anything. I just put that. I don't really care about this. This just gives me more capacity to put more stuff in here, so that's what I did with that. But I got Molten Impact and Volcanic Edge, so I'm dishing out these status damage. Now, you can obviously put whatever mods you want on here. I'm not your dad. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but this is what I'm running for my Ganado Prime, and you put on Melee Influence. However, you could be spicy because you could use Melee Dowdy shenanigans, but I'm not going to cover that in this video. I'm just going to cover the basic Walmart Kullervo because your mom can't afford you good Nike shoes at the Nike store. Now, for the companion, you want a good primer companion as well. So I got a Panzer Volpaphyla. This is something that probably everybody has, which a lot of, content creators and stuff preach to the top of the mountains. This is what I got. So I just got this. It's not fully built whatsoever. I still got to do stuff with it, but this is kind of just the overall thing. Panzer Volpaphyla just, works like a charm. I'm not even gonna look at the claws. I didn't do anything to the claws. I'm gonna be so for real. I didn't. This is what I got. This is what I got for the claws. I can, I'm gonna put stuff on it right now. But yeah, you can kind of just do whatever for your companion. I got a good Panzer Volpaphyla for my primary companion. So I'm going to show you all how this works real quick. So, you got your primer ready. You just go bam, activate your 2, activate your 1, hit your 4 right there. And then boom, everybody just gets chipped up into a blender. They're just all in a blender. And that's it. Call yourself the Master Mix because everybody's just in a blender. Now, unfortunately, even if you just prime them, this build really does nothing. You got to chain everything together. And that's how you just get the nice, juicy red crits, and you just start murdering everything into a blender. You want to make sure you follow your combos, okay? Because when you're out there on the steel path and you're just like, oh man, I can't do anything, you gotta follow the flow. You gotta activate the speed. You gotta shock them. You gotta make sure you hold it down to add shock to your weapons. And then you just, you hit them with the 4. Now, I hope this video was very helpful if you're looking for just something fun and wacky to use and you need a good Walmart Kullervo, and Volt was the perfect thing for me. My first frame, I really love my Volt, so I just wanted to give him a Kullervo touch-up and run around and melee things. So if you like meleeing things and going really fast, this Volt build is exactly what you need. But that's enough for me. If you liked the video, subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'd see you in the next one. Take care. Peace.